La semana pasada, Paraguay recibió la visita del escritor, coach, conferencista y experto en liderazgo John Maxwell. El entrenador de líderes hizo una pausa en su apretada agenda para conversar de forma exclusiva con Paraguay TV.
En Paraguay la transformación John Maxwell comenzó hace un poco más de un año. ¿Cuáles son los cambios más importantes que ve aquí en nuestra nación?
I'm seeing wonderful changes. What happens when a message is new is it takes a while to hear it and understand it, and then it takes a while to process it and apply it into your own life and flesh it out. And so what I'm seeing in Paraguay right now is after a couple of years, people have heard the message of positive life change, but they've also been in round tables, and so they've experienced it from other people's perspective. And so what's happening is Paraguay is maturing.
En las 6 veces que John Maxwell ha estado en el país y los más de 150.000 líderes que ya está generando Paraguay, el cambio más significativo que percibe este gran motivador es que ahora la gente entiende y aplica el mensaje de la transformación.
The people understand and have applied the message. Until I've applied what I hear, there really isn't any change or transformation. But the moment that I apply and take action on something, that's when I begin to experience the change that it brings in my life. Well, I think it's 2 things. One is that you have, I think people want to grow, but a lot of times they don't know how. So we gave them a game plan. We said, okay, here's how you grow. You grow through round tables. You grow through learning leadership values and apply them to your life. So I think we gave people a game plan, a pathway to become a better person. But I think secondly is that they became a better person. And once that you begin to have inward change, then I don't need to motivate you anymore. You'll motivate yourself because you like what's happening to you, what's happening in you. And I think that's what's happening here.
La motivación se trabaja y se entiende a través de las denominadas mesas redondas, un espacio de comunicación en donde una persona es designada como líder y los demás integrantes de la mesa comparten sus experiencias. El resultado es el crecimiento personal de todos los participantes.
The round tables allow people to experience change. And so, you know, my words from a stage might motivate somebody to get into a round table, but once they're there, it's the change that happens with that small group of people. That's what keeps them coming back, and that's what keeps them growing.
Le voy a hacer una pregunta que estoy segura que nadie en su vida le ha hecho antes. ¿Un líder nace o se convierte en uno?
Well, I think that it's very possible to be born with some what I would call leadership leanings. I think that you can be born with some natural leadership gifts. But I think that unless you develop them, even if you were born with them, you won't become a very good leader. It's the development. So I think some people when they're born they have maybe a head start because some people maybe don't have those kind of abilities or gifts. But leadership is influence. It's the ability to influence people. And that's teachable. You can teach a person how to expand their influence by treating people better, by valuing people. The moment that I begin to extend my influence, I also have potential now to expand myself in my leadership because they're really the same thing. So you can teach it. And in our roundtables, that's exactly what's happening. People are now realizing that maybe they didn't even see themselves as a leader, but as they adopt these leadership values and practice them, they began to become leaders. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing for Paraguay because you need more leaders and you need better leaders. Every country does.
That's true. I agree with you. How do you see us Paraguayans or the Paraguayan people in 5 to 10 years?
Well, first of all, let me tell you how I see you now. I think that you have to assess a person where they are now to make where they're going to be have a greater impact. And so what I see you now is I see you as people with potential but people that have never had a game plan of how to reach that potential. So that was how we came in. We just came in and said, look, the Paraguayan people already have good potential. They just need somebody to come along and say, here's how you develop that potential. And that's what we came to do. So 5 years from now or 10 years from now, I see you as being one of the Latin leading countries.
¿Cree usted que el gobierno del presidente Cartes genera cambios localmente?
From my perspective, President Cartes has done a wonderful job in opening the door. I know this, he invited us to come in. We wouldn't be here if he would not have invited us and embraced the message of leadership values. And so he's given us a tremendous open door to Paraguay, which I'm very grateful.
Me gustaría que le dedique algunas palabras a los televidentes que nos están viendo a través de las pantallas de Paraguay TV. ¿Qué les diría? Adelante.
I want to thank you for just listening to this interview for the last few minutes. And I'm really honored that I can talk directly to you for one more minute. And the words that I would have to share with you is you're a person of potential also. But to reach that potential, it's important for you to have a path, a way to become that person that you even know that you're potentially could become. And I would encourage you, if you have not, to get in a leadership roundtable. 150,000 people now have been a part of this process, and they are living testimonies of life change. But we need you. We want you. And so I would encourage you today, not tomorrow, today, to inquire and find out how you can get in a leadership roundtable so that you can become a part of this transformation movement. Here's what I know. Transformation will begin with you, and that will spread to others. And we have something very beautiful to offer you. And we want you to be a part of it. We want you to participate in it. And I promise you, if you will, if you do, your life will be in a beautiful way positively changed, and you will become a catalyst for the change of others. So I trust that today you'll get into a leadership roundtable.